As I anxiously waited for my husband, David, to arrive home from work, I couldn't shake the feeling of guilt that gnawed at my heart. Today was our anniversary, a date that held so much significance in our relationship, but David had forgotten. The once lavish dinners and heartfelt gifts had been replaced with indifference and neglect. I had tried to brush it off, thinking that maybe David was just stressed with work or going through a tough time. But deep down, I knew that wasn't the truth. The truth was that David had been distant, preoccupied, and disconnected from me for months. And I had let him. I had let him because I had found comfort in the arms of another man. Mark, my coworker, had been a friend at first, but over time, our friendship had blossomed into something more. It was an emotional affair, one that had filled the void left by David's negligence. The thrill of clandestine meetings and stolen moments had clouded my judgment, blinding me to the pain I was inflicting on my marriage. As the door swung open and David walked in, his eyes tired and distant, my heart sank. I tried to muster a smile, pretending that everything was fine, but the weight of my betrayal hung heavy in the air. David barely acknowledged my presence as he shuffled past me, heading straight for the kitchen to pour himself a drink. Feeling a surge of anger and frustration, I followed him into the kitchen, demanding to know why he had forgotten our anniversary. David's eyes darkened as he turned to face me, his voice laced with bitterness. "Maybe if you were more present in our marriage, I wouldn't have forgotten," he spat, his words cutting through me like a knife. The truth of his words hit me like a punch to the gut. I realized then that I had let my marriage slip through my fingers, choosing the easy excitement of my affair over the hard work of repairing my relationship with David. Regret flooded my soul, and I knew I had to come clean about my infidelity. Tears streamed down my face as I confessed everything to David, the words tumbling out in a rush of desperation. I begged for his forgiveness, promising to end things with Mark and work on rebuilding our marriage. David's face was a mask of disbelief and pain as he processed my confession. The betrayal cut deep, leaving wounds that would take time to heal. In that moment, I knew that I had lost his trust, his love, and the life we had built together. As David walked out the door, leaving me alone in the wreckage of our marriage, I knew that the forgotten date would forever haunt me as a reminder of the cost of my betrayal. The pain of losing the one I loved most was a punishment I would carry for the rest of my days, a reminder of the consequences of forsaking true love for fleeting desire. And as I sat alone in the silent aftermath of my betrayal, I vowed to never forget the price I had paid for my mistake, and the lesson I had learned about the fragile nature of trust, love, and loyalty.